Yo, what we really doing here? What we really doing here? Start of the year. Happy New Year to everybody, yeah? Gotta start it strong. So today, you know what I'm about. You know what I'm about. It's battle rap time, innit? So I have to get started correct, you know. So, got what we got in to my right. One battle rap here. You're not just any battle rapper. When I tell this guy's always ready, there's a reason I say he's always ready. Like, guys, even sent for me once, I don't know battle rap, you know what I'm saying?
He starts to rumble, I'm clumsy, juice spill, I go ham on the roast. Chris Evans, big breakfast, you'll get yourself jammed with a toast. You've never sold a pack in your life, you just dress hood. I was in the club with a white on deck, that's Tim Westwood. So you don't like black people? Well, keep NLC out your mouth. It could turn into a massacre. You'll see why flagging with the pole. It's starting to look like South Africa. Unspectacular. I don't know what drove you to spill the beans on Facebook and think it couldn't get messy. Saw you was running out of gas, so you tried to get petty. Said George weren't your friend. Why you trying to pretend? Just shows that you's a hoe. Now watch me raking off all the groundwork that Roots exposed. Who's involved? This is YD. Let me talk to your soul. To make it back on this car today, you needed my help. You felt hard done by every time you watched Roots. Imagine how I felt. Oh my God. You felt hard done by every time you watched Roots. Imagine how I felt. Oh. You know, Tex always lying when he raps. Said he's not allowed WhatsApp, sounded like a cool cat. Then we found out he was lying about that. So how did you get backed? Was you wearing your do-rag? I'm just asking. Hey, how did you get backed? Was you wearing your do-rag? Were you seen in a car? Because Feds took you for polo. They had you reading between the bars. How did you get bagged? You should have known you was in trouble. Feds had your wiretapped. You ran into trouble twice like the Apex recap. How did you get bagged? I'm just trying to compare your track to my runner. Feds tapped into how you think, that's how you got nicked. Mine hunter. How did you get back? 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 Caught red-handed. Turn it to a WhatsApp bar. Why bother? You're only big for one punch, man. Saitama, big line.
But yeah, we welcome YD to the studio. Thanks for coming through, man. Thanks for coming through, man. So yeah, man. Hey, fam. It's been a decent 2021. I'll say that for yourself. But, fam, I'm not gonna lie, fam. I want to see more of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what it is? When I saw him rap, he had so many matchups for this guy, bro. So many matchups. But it's good. Hey, look at, hey, I can see 2022 is coming big for you soon, man. But we'll see what happens with that. But now, every question I'll start with is, what battle got you into battle rap, and what battle made you love battle rap?
Cool. Well, I'd say, I mean, everyone heard about the Cassie Freeway thing when it first was happening.
Yeah.
If you was into hip hop and that, you would have heard about that, innit? But it never registered in my brain as this is battle rap. It just registered in my brain as two guys clashing. Yeah. I'm away from grime, innit?
Of course.
Clashing is not.
Lord of the mics.
All of that.
Mics, yes.
Jammer and them and there, you get me?
That's what we grew up on.
We grew up on that shit. But I remember one of my boys used to bring like the Smack DVDs and all of that stuff. Shout out Shutty, innit? My homeboy Shutty. He showed me Smack and that, you get me still. Where I used to have like Shay Davis and all these guys rapping Papoose and all of that, but there used to be battles on there, innit?
Yeah, for real.
And I remember I borrowed one and I was watching one and I seen it on Casa. Now, obviously, I'm a heavy Dipset fan. Dipset, G-Unit, D-Block. You remember that era, bro? That era was crazy.
Hellro was my guy, you know. Hey. Hellro was my guy.
Bro,
hey.
Listen.
I used to come down to school saying, with the Ruger, man.
You know what I'm saying? 40 Cal, GR, right? You already know. That's why I think I'm 40. You get me? So,
facts.
Bam now, I seen that, so I'm like, yo, like Uncasa ready to smoke. So I'm thinking, no one's smoking Uncasa. I'm crazy little guy T-Rex, bro. I can't lie. I probably only liked T-Rex last year because of that, bro. Because of that. He smoked his boots, bro.
Oh, yeah,
he smoked his boots. Bro, I was upset.
Yeah,
I was upset, I'll be real, because I'm thinking this is just some hood done trying to chat shit, but I'm seeing it as, yeah, my man's from Dipset, innit? So, because he's got you got stuff you can say or whatever in it, like, but nah, you got smoked, bro. You smoked it good. But even back then, it was just about bars. Man, wasn't even angling. Man, wasn't even angling you, bro. Man was just barring. Man, that was the real essence.
T-Rex used to go crazy,
bro. He went off, bro. So when I seen that, and then I think a couple of years later, my next done, shout out R1. He showed me a next DVD. It had like Max B and all of these guys on there. That's the first time I seen Max B, funny enough.
Okay.
And there was a battle he showed, man. Tay-Rock. I seen this little 16-year-old.
You with the clutch clips?
Never fought. I think he was battling Lotte and Next Shoot or something. There was like 2-3 battles I seen in like the Lions. Now I realise it's the Lions that I didn't know.
It might be Kaboom or it might be because I know there was
I just remember he had a bar when he's like, something about big gun, look like I'm holding a guitar. You know what I'm saying?
I remember that one, yeah.
Bro, when
he was 16.
I can't remember who he was battling. It was titled 16-year-old battle rap.
I seen that one, yeah. He was going crazy.
Bro, he used to have the big hat backwards or frontwards, whatever.
And he was talking like
cave gang shit. Cave gang and
Ray was going crazy. Yeah, Tay-Rock's been about for time, you know.
I'm like, yo, and Tay-Rock's like my age. So when I'm seeing that, I'm like, hold on. Niggas is like 15, 16, 17 doing this shit. So I'm like, bro, man can probably do this shit. But obviously, England, there was no, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. We had grime. So I was doing a lot of grime clashes those times. So it was still part of parcel. But it definitely inspired me because I thought he was Cassidy's little brother or something. I'm real. I didn't know. I thought he was Cassidy's little brother or something. I'm like, bro, this shoot's wilding out, bro. I hadn't seen that energy since Cassidy. Do you know what I'm trying to say? With the hat and rapping and just in niggas' faces and that, you get me? So that battle, I always remembered, though he had like 2-3 battles I used to watch all the time. Anytime someone comes to me, I'd be like, yo, watch this thing, watch this little 16-year-old you know what I mean? Years go by, I'm on the internet, and what happened was, there was a mixtape, Cameron, when he signed Vardo, called Boss of All Bosses.
Yeah, Boss of Bosses, yeah, I know that one, yeah.
What was the bonus track on there? Charlie Clips Stop.
Oh,
you better stop. Shit. Big gun that you go hunting and shoot a deer with.
Shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah, bro. Shit. Bro, he was barring out on that big gun that you go hunting and shoot a deer with.
Harlem was like that, innit? Yeah.
Harlem, innit? You get me?
Yeah, Harlem.
So I didn't know he was a battle rapper. I just heard this new guy rapping. I'm used to like hearing like, you know, like D Block used to have like T Marlis and Sticks and Straws sometimes feature on their mixtapes. G Unit used to have 1-2 man jump on their mixtape sometimes. And that's the way I saw it. So I just said, okay, this Charlie Clips guy. One day I'm on the internet, I think I'm searching for the song and that, and I seen Charlie Clips with Tay-Rock versus Tay-Rock. I'm like, huh? What do you mean versus Tay-Rock? I'm like, hold on. Niggas ain't smoking Tay-Rock.
Good ass whooping.
Bro, I'm like, man ain't whooping Tay-Rock's ass. What is he? Is he dumb? I looked at it saying, I hear you're good, but are you dumb? This is the youth that I've been watching killing niggas. That was one of the baddest beatdowns I've seen in battle rap to this day.
Oh my.
One of them. Bro, that was crazy. So when I watched that, I was just like astounded, innit? It was cool, but again, I didn't really tap in and search that much, and then I think I might have come across Shotty and Arsenal, because I've seen Arsenal. Arsenal, he's smart. He had an Arsenal shirt on the picture, innit? So I'm like, why? I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm Googling, innit? So it's like, bro, who's this rapping in the I'm thinking he's from England. When I clicked and I heard he's talking American, I was like, wait, Arsenal, American, and I see Shotty with the Man City shirt and all of that there. So I saw that and I seen Gets in the crowd. So that made me, when I seen Gets and that, I was like, alright, let me watch this, innit? Let me watch it. I watched the battle and that. I was like, alright, cool, this is cool. But I still, like, it just wasn't at the forefront of my attention. I didn't go out and check out the battles. I weren't looking and all of that stuff. And then I was in a WhatsApp group with a couple of my old school friends and that, innit? And they was talking about some upcoming battle. Just so happened to be Tay-Rock versus Goods. They're telling me Goods is gonna smoke Tay-Rock. I'm saying, brother, what's with this Tay-Rock slander? Because I'm still spanning out like Tay-Rock was still my favorite, innit? Like I didn't know many other people, innit? I'm just like, bro, you're not gonna do that on the Tay-Rock. What are you talking about? You get me? Bro, I watched that battle, bro.
Taylor's first man was wicked.
He was, but a few people said it in the forums. I seen it like on Facebook a couple of days ago as well, and it's I think this morning actually, because he just battled Danny Myers and that, and it's something that I've been saying a lot. He hasn't looked the same to me since that battle.
Yeah, because Good kind of broke.
You know, Goods has that effect, bro. Goods has that effect.
He kind of broke him down. Because Goods knew him when he was like a young pup, innit? He like I said, yeah,
jumping around on stage, getting all sweaty, and I was like, nah.
Go get my cigarettes from me, man. You know what I'm saying? Go get my shit for me. That's what
that took it to a next level. But because the man them, I was like, oh, what, the man them watch battle rap? I was like, I remember battle rap from back in the day, kind of thing. So I started kind of, like just to have conversations. So I said, let me tap into this, innit? I tapped into it, and I just started picking up more and more and more. Started watching more battles and that, getting more familiar with more battle rappers and stuff, because they used to, I think one of my boys, big up Mileage, innit? It's Mileage, innit? He Mileage from Filthy Fellas, innit? He likes K Shine, innit?
Swear.
yeah. Him and Capo, me and him and me and Capo, we always argue about Shine. You get me? So big up Mileage, big up Capo. You get me, bro?
You must have a bigger argument against that Taylor versus Shine battle, there, man.
Oh, bro, listen,
you must have a bigger argument with that.
Put this way, the way Capo keeps it, we just don't discuss Shine. Right? We just don't discuss Shine. If you want to be if you want to have good conversations, let's just not bring up Shine. He's very pro Shine, very pro Shine. But funny enough, the only thing we agreed on the other day, and you probably disagree with me, the internet probably cancelled me for this, but
what's that?
I had Shine 2-1 against Easy. Oh, okay. I had Shine, bro. And remember, I'm not a fan of Shine. I'm gonna be real with you. You got me blocked on Twitter, bro. You got me blocked, innit? Like, I'm not his biggest fan, but I respect his skill set. I respect what he does, and you know what I'm trying to say. Don't get me wrong. I know he's a killer. You know what I'm saying. I don't slander and say like he's trash or nothing. I could never say that. Bro. The guy's a killer, bro. But everyone's gonna have their preferences, and he's way down the list in my preferences. And you get me?
I'm fucking shots from there.
But I gave him the battle against Easy. You know what I'm saying? I just preferred his first. I think, not the first. I missed the first. I preferred his second and third. So for all I know, when I go back and watch it, it might even be a 30. I probably won't. Maybe it might be different, but I've only watched it live.
You know what? Let me tell you something about Easy. Yeah? I think he's on that run where he's now every fan wants to hear what he said. Huh?
The Taylor run.
Yeah. So basically, like there was so many dry spots for Easy. I'm thinking, bro. What are you talking about, man? Like, fuck off.
that was for me.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's how it was for me.
I know he's on this drug talk or this shit, but bro, give me something different.
It's gonna get. I hear the tropes like, because I'm newer to battle rap than most people, and people talk about yeah. That's how like when T-Top first came, bro. I literally my season started of watching battle rap, Taylor Rock from Goods from there.
So should we say Taylor Rock made you love battle rap then?
Taylor made me laugh.
Okay.
I'd say Taylor made me love battle rap. Yeah.
Like decent.
Taylor.
So I'm not gonna lie. I was looking through your page. You know, I know you're very, very good at music, right? I didn't know that you was a grime head like that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, yes. What? Where did this come from? I even see YouTube videos of what this guy's with. Hey.
Just the other day, I was on the laptop and I was just sitting there, just going through like. I think it's a YouTube channel with like just nothing but like grime clashes and sets and stuff, bro. I just sit there and watch them all day, bro. Like it takes me back to a time, innit? Do you know what I mean?
So where did that come from? When did you first start going into grime?
So this might be a bit of a lengthy story.
I don't mind that. We're here for it, man.
That's cool. So it obviously house and garage was a big thing in the 90s. Yeah. My brothers, sisters, they used to play a lot of house and garage. Really, it was drum and bass. Drum and bass was the first one, Jungle and all of that. Jungle is massive and all of that. Man knew about that as a little one. And then it became into that. Then it turned into that. And I Bring You Flowers and all of these stuff. Plus, big up Tubby T. Tubby T lived behind my house, bro. I walk out my back garden and his front door is in front of my house, bro. That's family, innit? Like,
so you actually had it in front of your face, literally?
In front of my face, bro. Like, literally, man was like funeral, everything, Zeets and that was there, DJing and shit. Like, niggas don't even know, bro. You know what I'm saying? We shut down. That's a piece Tubby T, man. That's my guy. Like, I talk to his brother and all of that all the time, you know what I mean? And obviously he had the song with Sticky, you know, which was very, very big. And like, that was always inspirational for me, innit? You get me? It was always inspirational for me. Then I think I was in probably year 7. So this is, probably year 7. And the man them, used to play like we used to have this. That's how long ago this was. The man used to have youth clubs, bro.
Come on, man. Hey, bro, you're speaking to a 32-year-old man. That you
This
know
is
about
it,
shit,
bro.
you know what
Okay,
I'm
so you're my era. So you're my era.
I know about this.
You
shit,
know,
what
yeah.
I'm saying?
So man used to go link up every Friday, go to the youth club in the evening, you know, play table tennis, play kick football and that.
You
Like,
see the PlayStation there.
come
you
on,
know
bro.
what I'm saying?
That's where I'm most Raheem Sterling from, bro. We used to come to
Oh,
the youth
yeah.
club. Yeah, he used to come to the youth
Okay.
club and kick football, bro. Like little young one, you get me. This is years later though, innit? But little young one and that, you get me, bro. But the man used to come play the sets and all of that. There was the first grind crew that I knew from the ends. So the first grind people I knew was probably Heartless.
Oh, yes.
Heartless. Bro, I literally was in school.
That's what Ipswich, right?
Nah, they're from Archway.
Oh, I'm thinking something else.
Heartless and Mighty Mo, Bushkin, Funny.
Yeah,
they're from Islington, isn't it? You get me? Big up them. But so I used to listen to their tapes all the time, Sun City and all of that there when I used to listen to those. So the man used to play that, and I used to be at the club and they'd be playing that shit. And then the first, so I knew them, and then they used to start playing Pay As You Go. The man them started playing Pay As You Go, which was Wiley, God's Gift, all of them man there. You get me? No weed, I'm terrible and all that. Yeah, come on, bro. So,
that's East London right there.
Yeah, come on, that's the original, you get me? That's the original, you get me? So the man used to play that and we used to vibe on that, innit? And the man used to argue, who's better, Pay As You Go, So Solid, Hard, bro. I remember in school in year 9, bro, and me and a Don, that was a year older than man, like, cool, whatever. Bro, almost at blows over who was better at a Soul Solid and Heartless.
Come on.
Like, real talk.
Was that deep?
It was that deep to him, innit? It was that deep to him, I don't know, innit, bruv? You get me? He was taking offence at it or something. I guess I could be a wind-up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Man, see me in my face or sometimes, innit? I could be a bit of a wind-up, innit? But yeah, the man had to jump in the middle of that one there, you get me, bruv? But yeah, anyway, so man used to hear that, and then there was a crew from Northwest. It's the first grind crew that I was made aware of, called the Northwest Untouchables. Now there was a guy called Venom who had a very good reputation as one of the MCs. They used to do sets with Nasty sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the link up, because the man used to bring Nasty crew tapes and that, and then the Untouchables used to link up with them sometimes. Yeah, but I didn't know these guys. I just heard Nasty crew. That's all I just heard, Nasty crew. But because the Northwest Untouchables were from the ends, man knew about them. But because they were from the ends, also there was a bit of a, not like a rivalry, but the man, like, you know what I'm saying? So
you must hate Crazy Titch when you destroyed Bruce, not in it.
do you know what? Nah, I like
Bruce. That's okay.
That's okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, the SOK one. Yeah, shout out to Titch. He knows the man. Don't know me, but he knows couple G's that I know and that, you get me, bro. But yeah, when I seen that Lord of the Mics thing, I can't lie, I was brewing. I didn't like it. What it was, they made the man them make them battle the youngers, isn't it? Like it's a disrespecting if you really check it, innit? Because you already know, like, East ran the thing. East ran Brian, bro. To this day, they probably still do. You know what I'm saying? Couple man are coming up in that, but you have East run that they started it, so only right. You get me? They run the thing, so it was like Bashi had a hard time. You know what I mean? Bashi had a hard time. He was in East Connection, but he had a hard time coming through.
I never get that though. How that run through? Bashi, East Connection.
Because Northwest didn't have a scene like that.
Oh,
East had the scene. No one in West had the scene. Like, couple man started popping up with bars, but it wasn't that common, innit? Like, these stuff started later, but you had him there. You had Dynasty crew from West London. I think they're from like White Flats.
Oh, Marky Phoenix,
Marcy Phonics and Hyperfen.
Yeah,
funny enough, I remember being probably 12, 13, and I was in a house party in the end. I didn't know none of them at this time, and it's only later when you start hearing the bars, who's not ready for the dawn, that I realised, hold on, I was on a set with these man them in a house party years ago. You get me? But I didn't know at the time, innit? I'm just my brethren brought me to a house party in his ends, innit? And them man is there, and I started the set, them man has jumped on the set, shut it down, and obviously no one don't know my bars, but remember, as you say, I stay ready. Of course. So I'm just there, you don't know my bars, but I'm gonna rap in it, you get me? I'm just gonna do my thing. Come on, bro, come on, you get me? So yeah, so the Northwest Untouchables are doing, and there was another guy named LSB. Now he's on the North Wheezy song, Start Worrying. start worrying, get bucks like Ninja.
Oh, yeah, I remember that bar.
Get bucks like Ninja at Sting. Come on, you get me?
I remember that bar.
He was in Northwest Untouchables. You know what I'm saying? So that was the thing. So that was all about, they used to do it, and then the man them in my ends was like, yo, man them should start a little thing, innit? So they used to start coming with bars. So every time I used to come to Friday night, I'm going to dashing on instrumentals and I'm hearing their bars, I'm learning their bars, and I'm becoming like a fan, innit? Because I listen to these man them, but the fact that these are my man them, I love it more, innit? I love my man them, innit? So it's like, yeah, I'm really becoming a fan. So I remember like, yeah, man, trying to pen some shit, trying to join the crew and that. I only remember one of my bars from that year. Like, I don't even remember. I remember I could spit it as a 4-bar. That's about it. You know what I'm trying to say. But yeah. So man did that, and then I remember going to the man them and yeah, they were just like, yeah, this ain't it, bro. You know what I'm saying? This ain't it, bro. You know. Personally, I don't think it was that bad, did it?
No, but come on.
But I remember, I think
it's your first time.
Yeah, I had 2 names I used to call myself. Funny enough, one of the first things I used to call myself was Timber.
Okay.
Yeah, Timber was probably my first name, and then it became Caliber, but with a K.
Okay.
It became Caliber, so it was Caliber.
You know the Caliber from Northwest now.
Nah, nobody would know Caliber from nowhere. No one would know.
I'm talking about Tottenham version.
Oh, Tottenham one. Yeah. It's a different one. Yeah. But I had that name from like early 2000. But you know when you give yourself a nickname, sometimes it don't really stick in it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I wasn't really an MC like that. You know what I mean? But then we had there was a DJ, Big Strike. He runs a sound called Strike Force Sounds. Yeah. Big Strike, and he used to par with my brother. So man used to go to his house and he used to DJ and that. The man used to MC and that. So that's when we used to start doing kind of sets and that, innit? And I remember I've gone there one time, and again my dog Mileage, that's my dog from nursery, the one Filthy Feathers. He's cheeky, innit? As you can see from Phil, he's a wind-up, bro. He has wound me up so much in my childhood, bro. Like, he's got stories on No Rules about how we used to go on in school and that, but that's my dog, innit? Like, literally. Now, he was dissing me, telling me I'm shit and all of that, innit?
Oh, shit like that?
Yeah, so that was my first clash. That was my first, I was about 12 years old, bro. That was my first clash, bro, yeah? And all I remember, I don't remember what I said, I just had my 1-2 little bars and that. And the room was against me still, you get me? There weren't that much people there, but yeah, I gotta put my excuses in there. Because he don't rap in it. But he jumped on the Billie Jean song. He put that instrumental on, innit?
Billie Jean?
Yeah, Billie Jean. It's not mine.
Oh, shit like that. Oh, shit.
Yeah. But all he did was remix the Billie Jean chorus with something else dissing me, innit? I'm not even gonna go ahead. I'll say that if you know.
So the close ones that know.
Yeah, you know them ones there. But it was a funny running joke in the estate at the time, and he flipped the Billie Jean song with the joke, innit? You get me? So it kind of killed, man, innit? You get me? And it was true. I'll be real. It was true, innit?
Put the dagger in.
It was, bro. It was true. You know when you're a youth man, like there's certain pressures as a youth man. You know what I mean? To get certain stuff off. You can read the lean. And I'll be real. I told a little fib. You know what I mean? I told a little fib. I said I've gone up the road. And yeah, man, smacked something in it. You get me? You get me?
I call your bluff.
Man asked me what her name was, innit? Oh. And I'm like, nah, I didn't even know her name. And he's like, yeah, bro, you're capping, You get me? Later on, I tried to make up it. Yeah, her name was Chantel. And yeah, shut up, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he got me, innit? But little did he know that set me on my warpath. That set me, because I didn't like that feeling. You get me? So, year 9 now. So that's like year 7, year 8. Year 9 now.
Get rid of that, man. Yes,
yeah. Year 9 now. Grime is still kind of kicking. We're getting a load of the mics, DVDs, and all of that coming out now, and all of this type of stuff. And I still wasn't really like grime like that, but I used to make beats. I was a producer. Okay. Yeah, I was a producer. Because I think what happened was, I think the first rap I wrote was when I was 13, so this is around the same time. You get me? This is the same time when I was in school with it, and I found I was going through my brother's shoebox, innit? Yeah. Like, yo, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'll get it from my brother. Hey, my brother don't play. You get me? Yo. But yeah, and I seen some lyrics in it, and I was like, yo, because he's the one that showed me about. He's the one that showed me about House and Garage. He showed me about Nas, DMX, Pop. I had all of that shit in my room, innit? You know what I'm saying? So when he used to tape MTV Yo Rap.
Oh,
you get me? He used to tape that. I was always kicked out of school, so I was always at home, innit? Like either with my mum or by myself or with someone. You get me? But I was always at home. Like I went 5 months in school. Like I was always at home, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know how it gets,
man, it's not about what happened then.
Yeah,
it's how you make it.
Yeah,
how you make it now too much.
Yeah, you get it. I used to. I wasn't the best behaved in school. You get me, bro. But what happened was now. So when I seen that now, I started listening to Dr. Dre, Chronic 2001.
Yeah, that was classic.
Yeah,
that was classic.
Remember the first intro, the Watch Out?
Yep.
I wrote my first rap to that.
Yeah.
I wrote my first rap to that, and I just started getting from there. Then I've gone into school now, and I think after like the first month, I was in a referral unit, so there was eventually there was about 9 of us, but the first couple of weeks there was me, my dog Little Man, who's literally my dog from my estate, my next dog Droopy from my estate, and that's it, bro. Yeah. So it's me and the man literally. You know what I'm trying to say? We ain't even, you know what I mean? And then one of them's come true, and you know my name's YD. Shouts out my boy SD. Yeah, this is how I met him. He's in class and that, you know, like new people, but I knew my man them knew him from road, didn't it? So they was telling me, yeah, he's coming to school, he's coming to our class. I'm like, alright, cool. I don't know him, but I hear good things from my man them, innit, all the time, innit? So cool. And he's sitting across from him, and we're both like, we're not really trying to be too friendly because we don't know each other, innit? You get me? And then it turned out.
Back in the day, you know, it's like, it's not as called, not sure love. It's what used to be called like,
bro,
to
be real, me growing up, I'm from estate life, innit? Like estate life. Growing up, it was almost like jumping in, bro. Like literally from 5 years old, I'm hitting the block, niggas are trying to fight me, bro. You know what I'm saying? You have to dust yourself off and come back to the block the next day, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or the same day. I'll come that same day. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up, probably 80% of my friends I've had a fight with. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, you gain a different kind of respect once you have a fade with a man. The same way probably like battle rap all the time. As long as a man didn't do nothing too dirty in the fight, you know what I mean? You could probably just dap it up and just respect, man.
That's facts.
So that's how it was, bro.
It ends, isn't it? Not one day, same day.
That's it. Now it's always
wow. If you literally have a chapter or a book of what our life was in that area, we'd probably have fucking BBC, ITV, go, let's do a TV show about this or something. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Because, like I said, man, you got your story, I've got my story.
Yeah.
It's never the same day, man.
That's
so I never judge someone.
Let me try to speed it out. I don't want to procrastinate too much.
Nah, man, we got all day for this.
Yeah, cool. Say no more. So then we was doing, obviously it was an English class, and we had to pick a subject to write for our GCSE, not GCSE, our SATs, or one of them things, I was doing SATs these times, innit, but some sort of English project we had to do in it. So I chose to do a biography on Tupac. You get me? So he was like, I remember his face, he was like, wait, you like Tupac? I said, yeah, that's my guy. Bro, I swear down to this day we're homeboys. To this day, that is my guy. That one thing that made us connect, bro, was the love of Tupac and his message. It's like it made us understand, you understand certain things, innit? You know what I'm saying? So we just got connected from there, innit? And then, now he was a rapper. He was probably my biggest inspiration when it came to rapping, innit? Like, he could freestyle. I'm gonna talk, we're 13, bro. And he was like the best rapper I knew, bro. It was crazy, like. So I'm like, raw. So I was like, you know what? He kind of reminded me of Snoop Dogg a bit. His favorite rapper was Snoop Dogg, innit? You get me? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be Dre. Get me?
like that.
So the school used to give me like a laptop. Well, before the school gave me a laptop, we had a music class session, innit? And it was like, I can't remember his name, but it was a dread that used to teach us. And I remember he used to make us do the drums, so I used to passed the drum module.
Okay.
I only knew how to play piano because I learned piano when I got
piano,
come on, bro.
When I got trumpet.
I used to play saxophone.
Swear.
In primary school. Yeah, I'm a jazz man.
Yeah.
Saxophone in primary school. But when I hit year 7, when I got kicked out of my first school, the next I had a one-on-one kind of tutoring thing that became a unit eventually. But the woman used to teach me piano, so I learned keys and all that kind of stuff. So by the time I've gone into year 9 now and I'm in music class, I'm already advanced way past everyone. I'm like, yeah, I know keys. Yeah, what? We want to play Inspector Gadget. We want to play Star Wars. Like, you know what I'm saying? So then they used to have those keyboards that you could play the beat. And then just do your own little thing. So I used to do my little thing, and my man used to rap over it, and we used to record it, like
fire.
You know, like on the tape decks, like you're supposed to get the little stereos, and you could press record on it, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So we used to kind of make our own little tapes and that, and just fucking around and that. And then I used to try to write my own little raps and that to try. I'll be real, try to be like him, kind of thing. Like it was more of, alright, how can I make him sound good? Alright, if I rap like this, then it will make it sound good back and forth. Cause we used to like, ain't nothing but a G-fan, baby. Like that little
that little combination, you're supposed to, you two are making each other better, you know?
Yeah, literally.
He might hit you with a hard verse and you go, well, I got to match that verse. But you might hit him with a hard verse and go, oh, I got to match that verse.
That's it. But the key was beats, you know? And then I think the year after I started making grind beats.
Okay.
I remember there was one beat. Funny enough, if I go back onto the buttons, I could remake the beat. I remember the beat, you get me, bro. But I remember I used to play it, and couple man that used to MC now, because more man started MCing by now, innit? This is like 2003 now, more man started to MC. And I remember playing it and man was like, yo, this shit was kind of hard, innit? I said, I made it, like, you made it. But the man and me, every day the man then would, yo, throw on that beat there, throw on that beat. I used to go home. Do you know what it was? Oh shit, I'm missing out a mad part of the story. I got a cousin, blood cousin, my mum's sister's son, yeah? He used to call himself, I think he used to call himself Blitz back then, yeah? Shout out my cousin, Anton, yeah? He was the first person I knew with a project. Like, he had a whole CD pressed with songs, with beats that he'd made and rapped on, bro. I couldn't believe, like, that was crazy to me. My cousin's a rapper, like, that was crazy. So that was bro, he used to be at my house at the time. I had a PC. He came and gave me Fruity Loops.
Oh, shout out Fruity Loops, man.
Shout, bro.
That is old school.
He gave me, I think it was Fruity Loops 3. That's how it was.
Oh, shit.
Yeah? He gave me Fruity Loops, and he taught me how to make beats. And you know, the way I am, like, alright, cool, now you're gone. I'm gonna stay up all night learning how to do this shit. I'm just gonna play with everything. I just beats on beat. The madam's on the block, I got my laptop, headphones. I'm making a beat. What, you don't want a beat? Alright, cool, I'm making a beat. I'm thinking about my man them style. How can I, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I phone the man and be like, yo, I got a beat for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking about your style and I'm trying to make a beat that suits your style. These stuff. I had a beat that I swear down, yeah, I wanted to perfect it. I remember the melody, but I can't remember the actual drum pattern, but I remember the melody. Bro, I wanted to try, I felt like that was like D-Block could spit on that. That's how I felt. That's how I felt. You know when you feel good about the stuff?
Instrumental you to make, man.
Bro,
I might to hear some
listen, I'm trying to get into the studio with Celeste, yeah? I'm trying to work on something. Big up Celeste. I'm trying to get in there with him. He produces and give me some time, I'll get back on that button, get that feel back again, and I think I can do something still. You get that? Definitely want to try my hand back at producing. But that was my first love, bro. Like, I'm talking hundreds of beats, bro, non-stop. That's all I was doing. You know, as I say, I weren't in school much. You know what I'm saying?
What was your first grind project? What was your first grind CD you got, your mixtape?
What, that I did?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I never put out a grand project. It used to be one of my bars, bro, that I said I've wrote like 4 mixtapes and hadn't even dropped a promo, bro. I wrote them, I just hadn't structured them properly, and I planned them out and stuff, but I just couldn't get it. Like, I didn't have other people that could show me certain stuff in it. Like, I was winging it, bro. I was literally winging it. So I'll show you how. I'll tap onto the next part of the year now, yeah? So SD rapping and that. Year 10 now, as I said, grime. I met a couple man in my estate, innit, that did grime and that as well. And so I just see them, so, you know, I thought, let me try my hand at it kind of thing, and start trying this grime thing again. I felt like I started getting a bit better at it. And then I went to another school in West London for a month. But I was in there with, I don't know if you're familiar with Hood Stars, Werewolf and King.
Oh, yeah, Ice Kid, and your dog come out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying?
It. Now, Wolf and King were in my school.
Okay.
You get me? Like, shout out Wolf, like, for Wolf, they know what I got kicked out of that school for, innit? You know what I'm saying? But during that situation, that there was a time, me and Wolf side by side, getting it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy because we wasn't even tight like that at the time, but you know, just real recognized, real kind of stuff, you get me, bro? I ended up linking up with them and kind of joining Hood Stars and jumping on his label, Blow Your House Down, years later, like with Ice Kid and all of that. I did that years later, but I just skipped ahead a bit there. So they was in there, but I didn't know them as Wolf and King at the time. I knew them, I'm not gonna say their real name, but I knew them as their real names in school and that, innit? But they used to have like a little club, I think it was on Thursdays after school, they used to have a little grime set thing, innit? So I used to go there, check it out kind of thing, try to do my thing and that, but they were cold, they were way better than me, you know what I'm saying? I was like 14 at the time, ended up getting kicked out of school, cool. And then so year 10 and year 11, I was hanging, more so year 11 and 16, I was hanging around with more of the guys from my stick, you know, when my main niggas, they get jails, hood stuff's happening, like, man, I'm having to move out the country, let alone the ends, you know what I'm saying? Like, so my main circle slowly started to kind of disappear a bit as we, you know, real stuff started happening. Yeah. But these men were on positive stuff, bro. They're bringing me youth clubs, there's sets, they're bringing me radio, Lalo FM, bro, they're bringing me studio, all these different kind of stuff. So I'm like, yo, this is a bit different to what I'm used to, bro. Like, I'm used to just, you know what I mean?
So you already exposed you to like the deeper life.
Yeah, bro, because I'll be real, bro, when you come from that closed-minded state, like, you don't really see a way out of it like that. You don't really think you're gonna get, like, you're not projecting your mind to be, when I get to this age, I'm gonna be up here. I didn't have no one that was up there, bro. You just had the 1-2 anomalies, innit? Like, you had Smudgy from my estate, he was on MTV Bass. I used to make some tunes with Sweat Dog after I started doing my grime stuff. Tubby T was already gone by then by the time I started really kicking my stuff, you know what I mean? So there wasn't that much, and then I think you saw Coke. Coke was just coming up. Coke was coming up about like 05, 06. It was really coming up.
05, I say he was really gone from like 9 and 10, you know
but
what I'm saying?
remember, he's from my area.
Okay.
He went to my primary school.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So from like gigs, we heard gigs at one point, but everyone in Peckham would have known gigs, music from us. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So we were seeing, like as I'm saying, as the from 04, 03, 04, 05, like it started every year you see another 5, 10, 20 MC, like rappers or MCs, like everyone just started kicking their stuff up again, innit? And them I already had a label and all them stuff there, innit? So I'm with these man there, and we was at the studio in Black Recordings. And they used to help us. They used to give us the key, bro. So instead of being on the roads running up and down all night, if we had the studio keys, we was in there. We was in the studio doing positive stuff, bro. My man them sleeping 5 a.m, bro. I'm having to press record myself, run to the booth, come back, mix. I had to force myself to learn how to mix. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, man was showing me a couple stuff, but I had to force myself because you ain't always got an engineer. They ended up employing me, bro. You get me? They ended up employing me, bro. I remember on my birthday, bro, like, literally I got a phone call and they're like, yo, engineers, let us down, can you come down and run a session for my man? We'll pay you. Yo, man, got a bill. Yo, calm, you get me? I'm like, yo, man could do this, you know what I'm saying? That's positive stuff, bro.
That positive thinking, that proactive thinking.
Yeah, bro. I was doing shows in, like, I'm like 16, 17, I'm doing shows in Bridge Park. Like, I'm doing shows in Brenttown Hall, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing shows in South Kilburn, I'm getting booked and raves and that. I'm doing shows in Monts Park, like, flyers, I'm on flyers with Ribs, Flirt, B&B, I'm on, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Lickle Shaw, he used to book man all the time, you get me? Like, different kind of stuff, they started coming up, but what got me there was, I said, rolling with these man, it was called No Mercy at first. Shout out Squincy Black. No Mercy was originally like 1-4s, K9, my dog Shotty, my dog Scooby, I think Avenger, ABE, he was in there. What's he call himself now? Ash Ketchum. They was all that. They was Concrete Jungle And then they linked up with my man and the known, so K9, 1-4s and Ash and that, they was Concrete Jungle. My man and Scooby, Drastic, all of that, they was No Mercy. Squincy brought them together. And they made what was they called? What was they called, man? Underworld.
Okay.
Underworld,
Okay.
yeah. Underworld, and they was under Sub City Legends. That was Squincy Black's team.
Okay.
Then Squincy Black started a grime internet radio station in Kilburn.
Fine.
Yeah. He started one up there, and we had our show up there. Shout out my DJ Focus, and he's proactive, like, because he literally went and booked this time, ordered every single week, whatever he did it, and he would notify us in it. So we come up there and we go do our thing and that, and then we started linking up with other crews from the ends that we were cool with, and we just all go out there and shut it down. You know what I'm saying? We just all go out there and shut it down. But yeah, so I was working on a lot of music, bro. I was working on a lot of music for myself, like little projects and that. But I just didn't know how to complete a project and put it out. I had so much songs, like I've lost over 50, 60 tracks, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Completed tracks, bro. I can say I've lost
do a
them.
mixtape with like Lost for Us or something like that.
Bro, literally, I've tried to hit up one girl says she's got bare my tunes on a CD. She just needs to find it. I know a few man got them on their DVD, on their computers or something, but these are old computers, bro. I had a computer with like footage of my clashes, little like when we used to get the teardrop phone.
Yeah.
I used to go around, we used to film the man, and we used to make our own little like music video
Right,
and stuff
fire,
in it.
man.
Yeah, bro, we used to do all of that, but I lost all of that stuff on a laptop one time. It just thrashed out on me, bro. I was vexed, bro.
Well, man, like I said, it's never too late. You know what I'm saying? And musically,
Well,
you're very talented.
Still
you know what I'm
laughing EPs out right now. You know what I mean? That's why I'm very proud of that. That's why it was
It's on Spotify.
It's on Spotify. It's on iTunes
right now.
It's
right
on
now.
YouTube. Just type in Yendeezy. Type in Yendeezy and all that will show up. That project means a lot to me in a sense because, as I said, I procrastinated for so many years. I hadn't put out. I appreciate it, bro. Like I was so dedicated on putting that out because back then, on Spotify, like that was unheard of to me. I didn't think I could even get to that thing there. You get me? When I was spitting, it's like you had to get signed and like Channel U were charging us mad money to put videos on thing, bro. Like literally, shout out Scooby. My boy Scooby had a tune on there and made the top 10. Yeah, I directed it.
Yeah, top 10.
Right, his video made the top 10 on Channel U and I directed it.
Fire.
I was 16 years old.
Oh man, it made sense, aren't you, mate? Fucking
come on, bro. I was
direct, you could produce, bro. You could make tunes.
Bro, if you saw my MySpace, yeah, my bio, I used to have all of that in there. All of that. I was like artist, label owner, producer, director, engineer.
Next week, though, you tell me, like, bro, you make films, like, fuck it, alright.
I mean, hey, listen.
Bro, you actually are a man of many talents. I'll give you that.
I appreciate that, bro. I was trying, bro, because you have to think, like, I had a lot of energy. You know what I mean? And the music thing, it was something that man could do, and man could do something positive because I came from a very negative life and very negative upbringing kind of, and my surroundings and that. So to be doing something that man could potentially achieving, it was just crazy. Like man was there. If you told me there's studio, I'm there. If you told me there's studio, I'm following up 1, 2. What you wanna come? Come again. Me and Nux is going to Section 18. These time we don't even know Section 18. Shout out Nux show. You get me? Me and Nux and Murray is jumping on bus and that. As youth man to go link TE and these I don't even know who these guys are, you know, but man's going there, man's gone up to the McDonald's and that, you know, we're waiting for the youth to come pick us up to bring the studio.
I can't lie though.
Bag of
talk about Nux though. I've been to that tune action. I can't lie.
Shout out Nux.
That's a jubbly tune. I can't.
So listen, I'll actually get into how I met Nux. Funny enough, and then what I'm saying to you is like you get a different kind of respect when you have a fade with a man, yeah. But you also have a different kind of respect when you battle them. One day we used to always do sets on that and shout out DJ Gemini innit, yeah. Listen, we was on his balcony one time, couple man there and that. We used to always do sets. I'm just there spitting my bars and that. 2 youths had just rolled up randomly, Nux and Rude One.
Okay.
And yeah, so we just pass the mic and that. But when they're rapping, it's like they're looking at me and and I'm like, but I'm not, but I'm not pennying it. It took the next man then to say to me, yo, bro, they're marking you, and I said, what? Oh, they're marking me? Nah, give me the mic. These times they don't. I clashed someone last week. I just got a nigga out of here the last week on the balcony, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was clashing like literally. So I was like, rah. Bam, 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 spat 1-2 bars, got them the fuck out of there. I can't lie, got them the fuck out of here, both of them.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
2-1.
But I respect Nuts come to me after, you go, yo, brother, you're cold and rare, man, them should link up and rare. So I was like, alright, cool, I respect that. You get me? Like, that's real, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you recognize man's talent and you're like, brother, man's just literally, it's grime, innit? It's not personal, innit? Man just, you get me? When it's grime,
he was like, fuck
when you got them day there, bro, that's what I'm saying. Enough man don't even know about real grime, like when you see sets online and stuff, you see it's all organized, man, past the mic. Bro, there was a time when you could show up to a set and you don't rap for the whole time.
At all.
You don't rap on, and
you're sitting there for the rest of the show.
When you see your brethren get the mic, you're like, yes, cool, let me try. You know what I'm saying? And then you might get a 1-8 and then there's like 8 hands on your mic. Give it back, bro. Certain times, bro, because it's pirate radio, like you can go on YouTube right now and you'll see, I think Iceman clash Nasty Jack in Lalo FM. Yeah, that's on YouTube right now. Iceman versus Nasty Jack. And on that same set, Marcy Phonics is there, innit? Some random guy just pops up at like, I'll just say random, innit? Because people wouldn't know.
Of course.
Someone, innit? But he just popped up on some bully thing like, I got the mic, these man can't fuck with me, and because he like, man, them's all real younger kind of guys, isn't it? Marcy's a bit older, so he weren't feeling no way. He's like, what can we do this, you know what I'm saying? But he was a big bro, man's head's big, bruv, you know what I'm saying? So man, there's Diesel. But you know what? We used to get that stuff all the time, but you know what was funny? They weren't even that good. They weren't even that good, but
they were good because they're big.
Because you're big, who's gonna badge you up and try to take the mic off you? You get me? Not everyone is gonna do. Not everyone. Sometimes man will just, alright, let him do his thing quickly. You get me? But that's how it went, bro. Okay, you got real niggas, man. Really shed blood outside those radio stations, bro. Like man, see Trim and Stormings and all of that. Man, roll up to the radio station. That's real life, bro. That was real life. Titch and Dizzy, bro. That was real life. We're watching DVDs and seeing that. We're going to sets knowing that can happen anytime, bro. Anytime it can get like that. You could be walking home on the late, catching train on that late night, bro, and just get sticky like that. You know what I'm trying to say? But anyway, so man looked up with Nux and that, and then what I decided was, I started like looking for new talent. Like there was a kid called Jester from my state. He used to beatbox. Okay. One time he was on a block and he spitting some bars. And I was like, oh no, you rap. She spit bars. And I liked it. He had a little thing about him. He had something about, if you catch me, I'll rip off your face. Like, it was like, you know when man's got them little things, them little tropes that make them stand out. Like, and he used to go, star. You get me? So I'm like, yo, I can work with this.
It's different from everyone else.
Yeah, but he was, and this is what I'm trying to say about grime. It's like, you could have all that talent, but if you don't get to show it, or you ain't got the confidence or the brazenness to say, yo, I rap, fuck, I'm rapping now. Or cameras, someone's got a camera, I'm rapping. If you ain't got that confidence, they ain't gonna hear you. Do you know what I'm saying? So I heard that and I was like, yo, brother, and you're from my estate, you know what? Man, starting a crew. So it was me, Jester, KID, Kid from Church Road, and Angerman, and then I think Nux as well. But the first tune I made was me, Anger, Nux, and Kid, and Jester, innit? It was called Bigger Road. So what it was, I started a crew called Breaking an Entry, BNE. Because you have to think about it, yeah? I'm trying to get up in this grind thing now, yeah? This is like 06 now. I'm really trying to get there now. There's bare crews in the ends, Dirty Movements, Musical Mob, SLK. I'm around all these, man. I'm with BMD and I'm Flirter and that, and J Money. We're getting Manic FM, and I'm doing sets. Same thing. I'm trying to get the mic. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's peak, bruv. Like, you can go back and you see even that Werewolf didn't get that much time on the mic. You know what I'm saying? It's just like goes with grind, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, it just gets there, innit? And, so I'm around these people, but I'm thinking, I want to jump in that crew, but it's not that easy to just jump in sets like that. So I got fed up. So I said, you know what, I'm going to start my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Bro, if I knew that was the smartest thing to do in the first place back then, bro, I wasted like a whole year trying to join the crew. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I started my own thing, bro, Litty, Northwood, bro, my crew ended up with 30 man in it, bro. Like 30 man, I had girls in it. I used to make girls, shout out the balling chicks. I used to make them go. I said, anywhere you lot go, any buses you lot on, right? B&E, breaking the entry, right? It's everywhere. I make them post it up, post it here, put it on your page. Gal got our tunes on their MySpace. Do you know what I'm trying to say? All these different stuff, bro. Like Trapstar Toxic, I tell you, bro. We bought him studio, bro. Me, bro. You get me? And it was his brethren that bought him. I'm bringing his brethren to 6 foot, you know, Big Six. Big, he's got some tunes with like C-Biz and that.
Oh,
Six, yeah, tall guy, he's a producer, and I think his younger brother does like productions for like Nines and that.
Okay,
you get me, bro. But he was in my crew as well. You know what I'm saying? Him, Black Biscuit was in there, Smutty and Cavern, shouts them, Screw Fizzer.
We're just going Northwest OGs now, aren't you?
Bro, literally, and this is my crew. This is my crew. Like literally, we're going to get grime, we're going to raves, we're going to sets, we're on dubs. Like I'm bringing man studio. Like you get me. I'm bringing man radio. I'm putting YGs on tunes and showing them. Like I think I did an interview with George the Poet. He's another one.
Okay.
He even he used to come up to man like, yo, brother, remixed your bar and I'm like, yo, yeah, man, keep going, beat. You know what I'm saying? Look where he is now. Look where he is now. You know what I'm saying? But he would tell you like, I literally, my thing was, I want everyone to succeed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want everyone to do well. Like, so, like, what, you spit some bars? Come, I'll bring you studio. Come, I'll bring you studio. Don't watch that, I'll pay for everything. I'll bring you studio. I will find you the beat and tell you what bars to spit if necessary, bro. If necessary, bro, I would do that. I'm in the booth with them, like, you know what? Don't finish it like that. Do that. Do the ad-libs here. Spit this bar here now. Like, I'm doing that, these kind of stuff. You get me? I'm putting bare youths on like that. You get me? And yeah, it just became a really, really big thing. Like we was getting booked in raves and all these kind of stuff. But a few real life incidents started happening on road and that, and I was very conscious about having these young guys potentially getting into street problems because of what man's doing. Because I was attached to a lot of street stuff anyway. So now that you're in my grind crew, are you gonna be targeted? Like, I had real situation where man were targeted, bro, and I'm having
association.
Yeah, and I'm feeling away because I'm like, bro, if that little kid lost his life or something like that, you know what I'm saying? I would have felt away. You know what I mean? So I disbanded it. Still, I kind of regret it. But you know what it is as well? I was going through some real stuff in it. I lost my older brother as well. So you get me? Like I lost a few of them still. But I respect them. But around that time, so my head was just a bit everywhere. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, I just disbanded that. But it was like I wanted to take it to a new direction because I'll be real. I was already by then getting sick of spitting. I wanted to get into the business side of it. As you saw, I was doing production, directing, all of these kind of stuff. Like a big inspiration was Scorcher. I think he directed one of Wretch 32's videos or something like that. Like it was a big thing. And I was like, rah, Scorcher, big barra, you're a director. Rah, I kind of done something like that. So man can really do these. You know what? I said, you know what? There's so much man that spit now. You lot spit. Let me try and get into the business side of it. Let me try and create projects now. You get me? So I kicked up bare man from the crew and I just whittled it down, innit? And I was like, alright, cool. The man that's literally from my blocks, you lot can still run with the name and that. You get me? It's just street now, and it just got long, bro. Man were getting punched up in radios and it was just long, bro. You get me? And couple of YG like RP Styley, innit? Like Styley kid he was in my crew as well. You get me? He used to record a lot of the sets and that as well. A lot of the footage that you see and meet Styley's actually recorded. Do you know what I'm saying? But he was one of my main guys. I tried to link him up and Short, man. I wanted them to do a project. I had a couple next ones I wanted to do solo project. Like I was really trying to make a label, and then I made a label. My label was Still Laughing Recordings UK, and then I had a crew under there that I brought together called Starlin, which had Trapstar Toxic in it, Jams, Toxic, Jams, Crisis, Marvs, and Debo.
Okay.
Yeah, and they were like the 5 coldest youngers in my ends at that time. No one was touching them lot. You get me? And they were cool. So I think Marv didn't know them too much well, but I brought them in, and Crisis, the rest of the 3 knew each other, but I brought them 2 all together. And I was like, yeah, do lots of things. You get me? And I think they got a YouTube video. I'll send it to you. They're called More Still. You get me? I only just found it the other day. I didn't even know they was doing that, but they was getting out into DVDs, yeah, Stalin Gang and Rare, you know what I'm saying? So big up them for that. And I was like, you know, like I'm sitting back thinking, man ain't really pushing that. They was pushing it, but get me, they
had it themselves.
Yeah, good, but that was my intention. I don't have to run you lot, but let me bring you lot together, give you lot the energy.
Idea in their head,
and look, go make something out of it, man, and go make something out of it. You get me? And that's what my intention was, you know. And then a situation with Wolf and that started happening because I think I was outside a party one time and I had real street issues, innit? So I'm outside the house party just a bally. No one don't even know it's me except for one or two of my man them, innit? Because I'm hearing certain youths are coming to the party that apparently don't like me, but I don't know what they look like. There's so many, and this is the thing about music and being on camp. Like, you have enemies, you don't even know what they look like, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm there, I'm saying, boy, well, when these guys come, I'm going to see them and then I'm going to know what they look like and then I can do whatever I'll do with them, innit? But I ended up getting into beef with the bouncer and that because it looked like I'm out here trying to cause trouble. But I'm trying to explain, brother, I'm not here trying to cause trouble. I'm here to protect niggas. Remember, my brand them and my YGs are in the rave. So at the same time, that was my downfall, innit? I used to always try to protect people, innit? And put myself on the front line. You know what I'm trying to say? Kind of thing, but the person that cooled the situation between me and the bouncer was 12 from Hood Stars.
Okay.
So me and him started reasoning and that, and then he was like, yeah. We was talking, and I think we were talking about music and that, and I think he might have mentioned Wolf or something, or I don't know how it come up, forget me, but it got mentioned, and then he phoned him. He phoned Wolf on the spot, like, yeah. Then we started chopping it up on the phone and that, was chopping it up and that, talking about music and that. I even went there and linked him a couple of times in his ends and that in Woods, you get me? But I remember he was on the phone to me and he was like, yeah, I remember. He talks and he's like, man. I'll remember that little thing we had back in the day in school. And I'm like, hold on, what? Did me and you used to like war or something? Like, nah, man, with them you there. I'm like, oh, hold on. And then I listened to the voice again. I said, Bumba Clark, is this? Said his real name. He's like, yeah, man. I'm like, God, it's the man name, you get me? So he was like, yeah, man. So you already know, and rare, link up, and yeah. So we started doing that. I went to his yard. I think we made one tune together. I think I went there. I went to the Buckalink Ice Kid and Nights. And then we went to Wolf's Yard studio and that, made a couple of tunes and that, you know what I'm trying to say. And it was a little situation for a little while, you get me? It was just something I was trying my hand at, you get me? And then after that, I think after that situation went a bit sour, I think that kind of just put me off it, you know what I mean? Because I'm just like, bro, I don't even know where this music's even gonna get to. And these times, grime slowly, not dying out, but it was dying out because we're getting into like 08 now.
08, 09 and 10, it was more into
raps come now, road rap are right now, and that's what I was doing. But I started switching to the road rap. Luckily, funny enough, you know, like with the drill thing, everyone like dissing their ups, and I actually made a tune, a video, everything, shot it and that, and then I kind of think about it, and I said, you know what? Once you bring this kind of energy, it's hard to kind of get away from that. And plus, because it's a real situation. What's the point of making tunes about it? Like, I'll be real, bro. Like, that, I get what the youth them are doing, but I'm from that era, like.
Right, when you put that tune out, there's no one's coming back, you know what I'm saying?
Right, it's just hot as well, bro. If I got real problems with you and you're only over there, why am I making songs, bro? You know what I'm saying?
It's facts, man.
So that was my mentality on it. So I just fell back as well, innit? Because these times I've kind of started to try to separate myself from, like, I'm getting older, I'm turning 18, 19 now. I'm slowly trying to separate myself from certain stuff because, again, as I said, I lost my brother, innit? Like, I spun my head in them thing there, innit? So I'm just trying to look at things different in that, and then I ended up getting into like managing like models and stuff. I used to do camera work as well. I had a company. Funny enough, I used to call it Musical Messy Entertainment. Yeah, funny. Okay. I was saying messy, it's mad, isn't it? You get me? But I did a logo, everything like that. You get me? I used to go around recording and that. I used to manage models and that, being into shoots and stuff. You know what I mean? And Taser Black, that does free shots to tequila. He used to do a show with Aaron Fontaine called Opinionated. where you used to go around the unis, pretty much do the same thing, like free shots, but they used to go around the unis and that, engage the crowd and put on little shows. So I had the idea, why don't I start recording them for you, brother? You know what I'm saying? So man could get footage out. So I used to bring my little camera, bring my brethren and that, and we used to set up and we used to film it, go around with them and do all of that stuff, innit? So I'm trying to do different things now, innit? Like away from the rapping, because road rap's taken over. That's what I was most recently known for. One of my highest view videos right now is road rap, innit? You get me? And yeah, it's still, I can't even get that off the internet. That still causes issues to this day, I'll be real. Yeah, bro, it's like that, bro. It's like that, you get me, bro? But it's one of them ones, you get me? But that's why I never really put out a project, because it was like, I tried it, but it was like getting hold of studio, these times I'm working now and all these stuff, innit? So my time's getting limited, innit? Like, studio, music videos. I think the first music video I shot was 07. It was a guy called Slicks hit me up. I think his company was called Moving Studios. He was a college student at the time. He wanted to do a project, innit, because he was doing media and that. So he hit me up and was like, yo, have you got a tune or whatever I can film? I was like, hell yeah, come true, innit? So we shot one of my biggest tunes that people know me for, like on the ends anyway, was a song called Sebra Sharia. You know what I'm saying? And that's still on YouTube and all that today, innit? And yeah, he come and filmed that, you get me? He come and filmed that for me. I co-directed it as well, you get me? Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was just a quick little wood thing, you know what I'm saying? But it was just me on my ones doing it. It was a good tune though, I like the tune. Like, tune is still listenable to today, innit? Like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then that kind of launched my road rap kind of career in a sense, because when people saw that, bro, even man that didn't like me was singing that song, bro. I'll be real with you, like, that man was worried. They'll see man and they'll be singing my song, like, they know they fucked with me.
You know you got a song where the ops are singing your song.
This is what I'm saying, but it's love, innit? It's love, innit? Like, there was some songs that they made, like, they mops now like that, innit? But there was some of them that they made that, like, you can't deny a good song, innit? You know what I'm saying? If it's a good tune, it's a good tune. As long as, especially if you ain't dissing, man. You get me? It's a good tune, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't dissing no one on the song. I was just telling you where I'm from and what my hood song, and get me, and just introducing myself kind of thing. But I was on DVDs, like, from like 16. I was on a DVD called Hustle Hard with bro, it was there. Who was on there? I think Funds was on there. There were bare people. I need to find that DVD, because like, that's history. You'll find like Chung Family and all that was on there. Do you know what I'm saying? You'll find enough people from. Do you know what I'm saying? It's that old school, bro. It's that old school. You get me?
It was slightly underage, you know them.
Yeah, no, Chung Family did their thing. And then I was on Running with the Streets.
I heard that one. Definitely.
Yeah, shouts out Beaver. He's the one that kind of launched Nines, isn't it? In a sense, in terms of like, man knew about Nines and the Ends. Man knew his music and that somewhat, but when Beaver started really recording him, that's when the man had really started getting more known and that. And I think he's got a couple million view videos on his channel and that. You get me, like AJ'd out and all that. And I was on Running with the Streets, innit? But I was on Running with the Streets Volume 1. I'll send it to you. I got it stored. I'll send you that link as well. You get me? But I was on Running with the Streets Volume 1. That's I put the clip on my YouTube channel. That's me and my B&E guys doing our grind team back to back. BB came to man and said, bruv, I can't lie, the roads are saying you man's section is the coldest. Because what it was, everyone else was doing road rap. We're doing grime. So, like, you know, like road rap, man, I'm gonna blow up, man spit a bar, he spits a bar. It's just we came with energy beats, back to back. You get me? His bar sounds like his bar, and like it.
And a few wheelo.
Yes, all of that stuff. So it was different.
And to be honest, like, you're in the area, so now everyone's hearing road rap, they miss grind, thinking, oh my god, they're doing grind, yes, you know what I'm saying? So, that's what, I do miss grind now, but.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, grime had a lot of influence, and like this is what the grime man are really trying to explain to people nowadays. It's like drill, road rap. None of that would have happened if it weren't for stuff like Risky Roads. Shouts Risky Roads.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? Practice hours.
Facts.
Aim High DVD. Crazy Times.
Crazy, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? We was going Sunday market in Wembley, bruv, copying those all the time, bro. Anytime my homeboy got a new one, bruv, at his house sitting there watching that. Let me borrow that, I'm watching it again. You get me? You can't even go on YouTube them days there. You get me? You get me the DVD, like, man will be copying that shit. Let me have that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And same with like the music and that. But as I said, it was just very hard for everyone to get through. Like there was a guy, Laser. He's the last person on the North Wheezy, and he's on my EP as well. With Diamond. Diamond putting out projects, Laser's putting out projects, Bashy putting out projects. But as I said, it was like, I wouldn't say like blackball, but it was very hard for a Northwest or West artist to get known.
Yeah.
You know, you had Wiley Dish and Bashy, you had Mark Varsity Fox, so it kind of put almost a stigma. The SOK versus younger kids in the hoods.
Even Gets versus Bashy.
And Gets versus Bashy as well. Yeah, that was probably the main one, bro. So it's like if they've got, let's say, I'm just throwing a random number out there, 80% of the industry at the time, yeah? It's hard for us to get through. Remember, Gets had that situation with Flirter in the Rave and all of these stuff as well, bro. Getting Suavo and that. Shouts out Suavo. I don't know.
Suavo was evil back then. He was
bro, listen, don't sleep on Suavo now, boy. Go check out Suavo.
Bro, me and my boys used to walk this to him class. He was like, fuck your name.
Bro.
Like, we were thinking, bro.
He's got a very unique style. And that's another.
He was evil with it, bro. Like, we're thinking, what happened to you, bro?
Do you know what? That's the key part I miss from grime, because with like you get your 1-2 that sounds their own in drill, and they are who they are in drill because of it. Same with rap, but there was a time where 100 of them rappers sounded like Gigs. Do you know what I mean? 100 rappers sounded like PDC. 100 rappers sounded like, you know what I'm trying to. There's been times like different periods of time where whatever's popping, you'll hear a lot of people sound like that sound. Suavo always sounded like himself. From early, you know what I mean? Flair, he sounded like himself. Like grime as its essence, like the biggest grime MCs that you know now, like from East and that, they sound like themselves, bro. True. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That's why it was a big thing when man was saying, Bear Man from North are rapping like H. They used to say that. You get me? Scorcher and Skepta used to have their little back and forth sometime about the go on them bar. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because being unique was the best thing you could be. You can't jump on a mic and start trying to go, huh?
Yeah, that's true.
Whoa, you're getting out of here if you try to do that DW. You're not DW. If you were sending for a man and you remixed it, that's a different thing.
Well, you can't go on the mic and be like,
nah, you would have never got the mic back. Never got the mic back if you jump. You jump on there trying to sound like somebody else, you would have never got the mic back. Right, bro. It's not happening, bro. You get me? And that's what I loved about grime. In its essence, is that everyone was unique. Like you was literally there trying to pen, and you're getting inspiration from people, but at the same time you're very aware. I cannot sound like this guy, or I'm gonna be rubbed out, bro. Rubbed out. You will never get a bar.
Called out for it.
That's it. Yeah, or you'll get called out. My man trying to steal man's bar or steal man's flow. How much times have you heard man talking about my man trying to steal man's flow?
We're better.
Come on, bro.
Even in battle rap, you get that.
Alright, because do you know why? Because we're artists, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're artists, so if you're gonna literally copy man's thing and not even pay a homage or nothing,
be unique. You know what I'm saying?
come on, bro. That's my shit, bro. Like I worked hard, I thought of that, I came up with that, I put that out there. You know what I mean? So yeah, man.
Alright people, thank you for locking into part 1. We're going to do part 2 and it's going to be soon after, not too long. But don't forget to subscribe, comment, like and share the video. Your support's always greated. Until next time, much love. Boom.